So Sacramento isn't usually the first place people think of when they hear luxury real estate. You hear luxury, you think Beverly Hills, Malibu, Atherton, and Silicon Valley. But the truth is actually right here in Sacramento, Placer, and El Dorado counties, we have some neighborhoods that have pretty incredible luxury homes where many executives, doctors, and high-powered government figures live. And we're talking multi-million dollar estates, gated compounds, historic streets where governors once lived, sports celebrity hideaways, and really just some incredible luxury homes. So today, we're going to take a tour of the areas where the greater Sacramento's wealthiest actually live. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a cocktail, and let's get into today's topic. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for checking out our channel. My name is Jake DeRosa with the DeRosa Real Estate Team. And as a resident of the area for 49 years, a broker for 23, we've helped so many families move into the area, out of the area, and everything in between. So we're glad you're here. If you like the content we're bringing you, please drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your comments in here. Ask questions. And we love chatting with our friends. And also, we have a free relocation or greater Sacramento area guide. It's in the link below. Download it, look at it, check it out, call us, message us. We're here to help you. So with that being said, let's jump into today's content, and I'm glad you're here. So let's start with the neighborhood that's basically Sacramento's calling card for, let's call it prestige. I'm gonna go with it's the Fab 40s. So you know when you've gone into the Fab 40s, the second you turn down one of those streets, you got huge elm trees that line the sidewalks, perfectly manicured lawns. And the difference here is the homes you see have massive amounts of character that you really just don't find in new constructions. We're talking about Tudors with steep gables, Mediterranean villas with red tile roofs. My favorites, the colonial revivals with huge porches. And the Fab 40s actually date back to the early 1900s when developers intentionally set out to make this Sacramento's most prestigious address. And they weren't thinking short term. They designed streets wider than usual, planted those huge tree canopies that are now like over 100 years old, and built homes with true craftsmanship that you will not see anymore. And they've lasted. Over a century later, I mean, the Fab 40s, they still hold their value, they still hold their shine. And one of the most famous homes here is one that was actually featured in the Oscar-nominated film Lady Bird. Now, when they filmed that movie kind of gave the 40s, the Fab 40s, a whole new wave of recognition, putting it on kind of the map with the pop culture society. And the reality of it, though, is locals here, I mean, they know what the Fab 40s are. It's a destination area, especially during the holidays when the Christmas lights come out, and it's just such a beautiful area. And this is where Sacramento's judges, doctors, CEOs, and politicians have lived for generations. And the homes here are definitely not cheap. They regularly sell for $1.5, $2, and $3 million, and some even climbing higher just depending on the property. There's actually one that sold for $3 million not too long ago out there in the Fab 40s. And a lot of these homes are actually passed down from generation to generations. The kids get the house, things like that. And another thing you'll notice in these areas is sometimes you see people coming in to buy one of those properties that may have not been renovated for a long time, and then you see the fence out there, and all of a sudden there's a transformation, completely redoing the home, and they're absolutely beautiful. So really living in East Sac, it's not just about the house, it's really about a lifestyle. You're essentially minutes away from downtown Sacramento, so it's perfect for anyone tied to state government or downtown business. It's right next door to McKinley Park, which is one of my favorite parks in the area. It's the heartbeat of that neighborhood. The famous rose gardens, tennis courts, a duck pond. I mean, summer concerts they have out there and events. And not too uncommon to see families walking the streets, the strollers, under the trees, heading to local coffee shops like Temple, things like that. So, I mean, the Fab 40s, they really combine history, beauty, and convenience in no other way that Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado counties have as far as access to Sacramento and just the history of the Fab 40s. So really an incredible community, beautiful homes, and unique homes on nice side lots. So that's gonna be our first neighborhood. And if you're interested about the real estate and what's going on out here, don't forget to click below. We have our Greater Sacramento area guide. And if you have questions about anything, drop us a text, drop us an email. All of our information is down below. Happy to help you out, answer any questions you have, but don't forget to download that. The next neighborhood here, we're gonna head a little east. It's one of Sacramento's, I wouldn't call it a best kept secret because it's not so secret, but it's low key. It's Sierra Oaks Vista and Arden Park. So the Fab 40s are about historic charm. Sierra Oaks is about land and property, so privacy as well. You get large lots. These homes are usually, depending on the home and depending on the property, the compounds are on acre plus lots, tucked away behind gated driveways and just huge oak trees everywhere. Very mature area. You'll find everything from mid-century ranch homes that have been completely renovated to sleek new modern estates with like glass walls, infinity pools, and you also find the classics still there. So the old classic builds, the old ones that were re-renovated, things like that. Prices in this neighborhood usually start 1.5 to 2 million depending on the property, but it's easy to see sales if you've got one of the massive compounds, you know, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 square feet, up in the $4 or $5 million range. And you know, the Fab 40s really get the spotlight in Sacramento. Sierra Oaks Vista is kind of where the privacy and really where the Sacramento's wealth tends to hide. They want privacy, they want quiet, and that's what makes this neighborhood pretty unique. And one of the unique things is it's so close to the American River Parkway. Some of these houses literally back up to it. So if you step out of your backyard and you're right on the trail, 30 miles of trails that run from downtown all the way to Folsom Lake. Sacramento lobbyists, business owners, and families that have been a part of the city story for a long time, they're all living in these areas. There's really not a ton of flash or destination for like Christmas lights, things like that. It's a lot of old money, could be some new money, and just a little bit of quiet luxury. So that's going to be your Sierra. All right, next up is Carmichael. And I'm not just talking about anywhere in Carmichael. I'm talking about the area along the American River, Marymount, Del Deo Estates, and Sheffield Estates. These neighborhoods don't always get the headlines, but they should. The lots here are big, an acre or more in many cases. The home ranges from updated mid-centuries to brand new customs. And when you get river frontage, this is when you hit the top end of the market. Prices here usually run anywhere from 1.5 to 4 million, but premium homes command that premium. And it's not unusual to see sprawling backyards with tennis courts, outdoor kitchen, guest houses, massive garages, all hidden behind gates on quiet tree-lined streets. Again, this area is a very mature area. What I love about the Carmichael is that it kind of feels approachable yet elite. I mean, you'll see kids riding bikes, neighbors waving to each other, but at the same time, these are doctors, attorneys, and high-ranking state officials. And it kind of catches you out of the blue. You could be coming down Manzanita, hit that turn on the Fair Oaks, and you start getting into different properties that if you hang a left and go into the neighborhood, you see massive mansions. So really kind of out of the blue, if you would. So it's tucked, it's quiet, and it's really private. It offers the kind of space and privacy that it's rare to see in Sac County, right? And like Sierra Oaks Vista, the proximity to the Parkway, the American River Parkway, is huge. You walk out your door, you can go cycle, enjoy the natural beauty of the river corridor. It's luxury, but it really actually feels pretty grounded. So
now for the question of the day, where are you from? I want to know who's listening, who's watching. Would love for you to leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can leave those in the comments too. Even better, just shoot me a text, call, or email me. My information should pop up below.
All right, so now let's talk about Granite Bay, arguably the most famous luxury address in the region. Granite Bay is Sacramento's answer to, say, Beverly Hills, even though it's far, not even close to Beverly Hills, but it would be the Beverly Hills here of Los Angeles. So you got guarded gates, Los Lagos and Shelbourne. I mean, you're going to find sprawling estates worth 2 to 7, 5, 6, I mean, millions of dollars. Long driveways leading up to mansions with resort-style pools, private tennis courts, guest houses, bigger than most people's homes. And this has long been an area for, celebrities, athletes, high-powered people, executives. Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic lived here. Dusty Baker, MLB manager, still lives out that way. So you have a lot of homes that people who want big homes, luxury homes, this is where they're probably going to live. And what makes it so attractive is the combination of space and status, but also you get these school districts, right? You get into top ranked schools, you're minutes from Folsom Lake, and it's really an easy drive to both Sacramento and up the hill. I mean, Granite Bay is the neighborhood people name drop. It's where kind of wealth and celebrity interests intersect here in Sacramento. In fact, I had a buddy of mine who was telling me a story a while back ago. He does concrete work, and he was doing some concrete for this gentleman who had a home in Granite Bay. Well, this particular person, very wealthy person, he actually had a pool, and in this pool he had installed a oxygen tank at the bottom of a pool, as well as speakers. And he decided that music sounded better underwater, so he wanted to be able to sit underwater, be able to breathe and listen to his music. This same pool had water ski jets, so he could water ski, practice water skiing. I mean, just kind of insane stuff like that. And it's not uncommon out there. You kind of build what you want and do what you do there. So Granite Bay and Los Lagos, those are some incredible areas there. So next on the list is Loomis, and Loomis is going to be different than the others we've talked about. It's more about exclusivity and really old world charm in communities like Sierra de Montserrat. Estates are designed to look like Tuscan vineyards. Talking 5 to 10 acres, olive groves, horse barns, infinity pools, and wine cellars that are insane. I mean, prices run $2, $3, $4, $5 million and up. And these homes are less about being seen and more about creating a private retreat. Loomis attracts a different crowd. You've got a lot of execs from the Bay who've cashed out, maybe come here. They just want the country lifestyle without the tourists, without the traffic. And Loomis kind of provides that. They provide rolling hills, they've got vineyards, privacy, and still being, 30 minutes from downtown Sacramento. And the vibe here is different. I mean, you drive through Loomis, you'll see fruit stands, you'll see orchards, barns, and then you have these estates that are tucked away behind gates, and they have these Italian villas vibe. It's kind of like rural charm blended with high-end luxury, and which makes Loomis one of the most unique markets in the Northern California, in this Placer, El Dorado, Sacramento area. And it's really a cool vibe. So if you're interested in something like that, definitely want to check out Loomis.
Guys, it's Jake, and as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, And that's helping families and people from across the U.S. make the move here to the greater Sacramento area. I've helped countless families make that move. So whether you're coming out next week, this week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family move out to the greater Sacramento area. Cheers.
Next up is going to be Dorado Hills, where you'll find some of the region's coolest houses. I mean, they're customs. A lot of people buy lots up there and they build these insane properties. And the centerpiece up here is Serrano. Serrano is a master plan gated golf course community with its own private country club. Homes here, they're ranging from 1.5 to, I mean, it could go up to 6. So many of the higher ends are going to overlook the golf course or the foothills. So kind of life in Serrano is built around the club, right? You've got morning golf, evening wine dinners at the country club, community events that keep neighbors connected. You also have El Dorado Town Center, which has a ton of a ton of events over there. But the real cool, the interesting properties, and some of the ones that I love, are the Lakeview Estates, which are perched right above Folsom Lake. These homes are designed to maximize the view. So you'll have properties with glass walls, multi-level decks, infinity pools that look like they're literally flowing over into the water. And these again are homes that sell for several $1 million. And if you get the new custom builds, they push the market higher. So El Dorado Hills is popular. It's actually was a popular destination for folks that were coming out here from the Bay Area, and as well as Sacramento executives, executives that had businesses downtown, especially when COVID hit and when telecommuting became big. You get these people who want those houses and want nice properties to be separated from that busy downtown life. So is within an incredible school district, strong schools, luxury living, and proximity is huge too. You're just right down the hill from the city, and I don't know, hour and 15 minutes from Lake Tahoe. So one of the few places where you can live a Tahoe style lifestyle and be within proximity to head up there for a day trip, and then still be in the proximity to get down to Sacramento. So there you have it. This is where the wealthy of Sacramento live, and what do all these neighborhoods have in common? Exclusivity, prestige, and long-term value. I mean, you've got the Fab 40s, Sarah Oaks, compounds in Granite Bay, vineyard retreats in Loomis, and it's an incredible luxury market still, and it's what makes Sacramento, Placer, and El Dorado counties unique. Luxury here isn't always about the flash or the highest price tags, but you get some incredible homes, and many of these homes are designed not to be lived in, but to be to be lived in, but not have to necessarily travel if you don't want to. And that's what I love about some of these houses. So if you are considering buying or selling in Sacramento or Sacramento's luxury market, give me a shout. I'm happy to help or talk more about it. And if you want to just spy on people too, there you have it. You know where to go. So until next time, appreciate you stopping by. Cheers.